Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And here I'm back at Stampede Park. Let's just do another Saturday update for demolition progress on the old Stampede Corral. And you definitely see it's more of it is being knocked down, and I'm actually in this corner just to start things off, just for a different perspective. As you see, right where the Scotiabank Salve in this corner. Thanks for visiting Stampede Park. But this is traditionally where I like to start off the tour and see the demolition progress, and you can kind of see the northeast corner of the building is the last part that is standing. And I'll just keep walking along as a recording. That mural is all but gone. You know, the guy Weedick, Cappy Smart, and the old Stampede Park. Hopefully there is plans to maybe recreate that mural somewhere. I know that I've heard plans that they're going to recreate the stone murals that used to be on the west end entrance that you go in, where the old neon horse is, or was, I should say. And I hear they're also looking to recreate that somehow, but you can see more of the mural is gone. And this is the east end where the Zamboni entrance is. And you can see this is the last part that is being knocked down, and there's definitely a lot more activity that's going on for tearing down the old arena after being a part of Calgary's sports and pulp culture history for 70 years. And I said, this is the third video that I have done on the demolition of the Calgary Stampede Corral demolition progress. You know, I enjoy making these videos. It's a chance for me to experiment and get out and, more additional content beyond just my sports. And then, speaking of previous videos, if you look at this card right there, you can see the one that I made just last week on the Family Day weekend. So I'll just do another pan around from this view, as that's where the old mural used to be. It's all but gone now. This is how far I've walked out from the northeast corner of Stampede Park. Here's the skyline, and this is that. Once again, if you look at the renderings, this rendering right here, that's what it's going to look like in 2024 from this view of the steps of the Scotiabank Salve. If you got the sun in the way, obviously still the plus 15 is gone, the smokestack. But if you continue watching on, is that Humble streetlight? Is that Humble streetlight still up, standing, despite the structure being down at the south wall? Because that was the one thing that always stood out, and I pointed out in the last video. So I'll just capture some more footage, and there'll be some more video footage, just like I've done with the video that I made last week and 3 weeks ago. So I'll see you there. Well, I'm back at the south wall, or where the south wall used to be, facing the north end. It's fitting that the north end is one of the last parts of the corral to go, which is where I took my last live games in at the Stampede Corral. And I think more often than not, even when I went here for dog shows or any other events during the Calgary Stampede, I think more often I remember being sitting at the north end, so it's fitting it's the last one to still go. But yeah, this is how it looks now, and there's definitely a lot more activity. The cranes are going, and there's actually been a lot more people and vehicles doing the same thing as me. Either just here to observe it, or me, I just feel it's very important to digitally preserve it, just to have it up on YouTube for years to come. And actually, fittingly, I saw, you know, a young couple and a little boy, I think he was 1 or 2 years old, you know, on the shoulders of his father, looking at this. I can only imagine if that kid will ever remember this moment. And that's another reason why I feel it's important to document. So let's pan around and you can see a new view. And you don't see that humble streetlight anymore. They got rid of that too. It just would have been funny if they would have kept that, but I guess it would have been a lot tougher to keep that but destroy everything else. But you can see, you know, the entrance of the Stampede Park and All A. The, you know, All A is gone, Corral's gone, and there's the old Squish Make Seldom. So you don't see this much, where you don't see the walls of the old Stampede Corral, the old arena, and the current arena. I mean, it is what it is, but this whole area is going to change forever the next couple of years, and it's important for me to, you know, document it. And it's part of Calgary's sports and pop culture history, so I'll just make a few more views around Stampede Park, and obviously I put a bow on this visit for demolition progress of the old Stampede Corral. And I'm not alone, definitely, in this visit for people coming out. As you can see, more traffic. I'm trying to be conscious so that I don't get them in the video, but you know, it's important. It's a big part of Calgary's history. So I'll see you in the next video clip, and I'm sure enjoy a few more pictures of this forever changing view. Well, for this visit, let's take a different view and go kind of, you know, approximately in the middle of everything. As you can see, this view with the no more of the Stampede Corral, so you're not going to see that view of the old arena and the current arena. But this is how it looks now, still with the north wall and partially the east wall. Well, about 90% of the mural gone bye-bye. I was able to get a few close-up shots when I was there at the start of this tour, third week of February in 2021. You know, we just pan around. I mean, this is further back from previous views. I mean, here's the Coke's Gauge and the skyline. You always got to make sure I have the Calgary Tower, you know, the Big 4 building, and you know, this is one of the other entrances towards the Earlton, and of course, you know, all the action right here at the grandstand, where the carnival, well, the carnival's right here, but you got the rodeo and then the chucks and the big fireworks show at the end of the day. Which, if you go back to my fireworks videos when I was here back for the festival during the 107th Grey Cup, where the fireworks, that's where the fireworks were set off, except it was 9 o'clock at night instead of 11 o'clock at night. And then there's the Nutrient building, which this opened, I think, back in 2014, if I believe. I remember it was under construction in the early 2010s, and being in the engineering plant industry, our firm did some work on that back then. And just going back, you know, here's the Saddledome, and what remains of the Stampede Corral. I might eventually title this video, or you'll know when you click it on. I mean, I always gotta say goodbye, but I'm gonna say it's nothing but rubble and memories now. That's all you see. And I mean, there's been a lot of other people taking it in compared to my previous visits. I mean, it was -20 last weekend, and then 3 weekends ago. I mean, I think maybe there was still some of the building, but yeah, it's the Calgary, I think it's the past and present Facebook group that people were posting pictures of the demolition progress. And I asked before coming to this visit if any more progress. I've seen more videos. I mean, they say it's all knocked down. Well, it's almost all knocked down, but you know, I just feel it's important for me to document this. And as I say, I think one of these vehicles that have drove by, it's where I mentioned that young family where you saw a young couple and they had their son with them, and he was all right on the shoulders of his father. I mean, I doubt that kid's going to remember, you know, seeing this, you know, whenever, you know, many years down the road. And that's why I feel it's always important to, that's the beauty of, you know, social media today is, you know, Facebook and, you know, YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, that you can just document this and have it on, you know, the internet forever. And this is my piece of it, to sharing, you know, Calgary's history from my view. And I just want to say, everyone who's watched, you know, either the video that I made last week or 3 weeks ago, just, you know, give your comments or memories. I mean, allows me to get out of the house and just experiment and be able to make more content. I mean, I'm always going to mostly do Calgary sports, but I got to do a variety of other content and experiment and find different ways to make my content. And, you know, I also did a couple selfies, you know, see the, obviously me behind the camera for this case, but you know, I want to do more and just make videos, talk sports from my apartment. And, you know, say back to Remember the Calgary series, many teams played in this arena back in the day, and, you know, it still blows my mind that our Calgary Flames, for the first 3 seasons when they moved here from Atlanta, Georgia, to become the Calgary Flames, they called that place home, but it gave us that unique, you know, home ice advantage with the higher boards and just how the, you know, the benches faced each other instead of being on the same side. That's very unique. But I think I'll just take a few more views and have my final video view from the Coke stage, and give my closing thoughts for this visit. I'm sure I'll come back a few more times, and I think, you know, once after the new arena starts getting going and this new BMO Centre expansion, I might want to document more of that in future videos. So I'll see you in the last video part before I close out and share a few more pictures. So thank you. Anyway, I'm back on the steps of the, you know, the production stage for the Coke stage to take in this view once again a week later, and you can see the cranes are still hungry and at it, as they have torn down a lot more of the old Stampede Corral, and you can definitely now see the Saddledome more from this view. And it's a different view of the Scotiabank Saddledome, that the arena before it is now just, like I say, a bunch of rubble and memories. And I mean, the most memories that I have has been the taking in events and being told that this is where the Calgary Flames first played when they first moved here from Atlanta, and it just always blew my mind seeing that the smaller arena hosted the NHL, and, you know, being more in touch, you know, looking at Calgary sports history in the past with the Remember the Calgary series. I mean, heck, there was some basketball that was played in there, some soccer was played in there, and of course hockey, which is what the primary use of that building. But, you know, some old agricultural and rodeo shows. And also, if you go back to my Corral series videos and pictures that I shared from a few years ago, even the Queen Elizabeth, or I think before she was officially the Queen, or it would have been shortly after, when the building was open, but she even visited this building, and that's why you saw that picture of the Queen inside the old Stampede Corral. That obviously is no longer here. The picture of the the Queen actually was on the end where the neon horse entrance. This is where it was looking at, but you can see it's only basically a little bit of the northeast corner and the north end, but there's no more stands, no more rows. It's just the walls now, and it's all cleaned up, separating the rubble that remains, and eventually the new BMO Centre expansion. But I'll work my way down the steps. Another thing that I haven't mentioned that you don't see anymore on the BMO Centre that you always seen for years around here is you don't see that RCMP picture anymore. That's long gone, as you've seen that in past Stampedes. As you walk in, you don't see the RCMP riding the Canadian horses and that that famous red surge. That's one of the iconic symbols of Canada, is the red surge that the RCMP wear with the the red jackets and the the hats. But I'm going to say that's all I have for. I'm going to say for this visit is just seeing a lot more of the demolition progress, and I just feel it's important to document. And it was a lot busier visit for sure, with obviously the construction activity going on, and more people were doing the same thing as me, just coming in and taking a look at it. But me, it's being a content creator, it's great for me to share and have it on YouTube. Hopefully, alternative for those many years down the road can look back and see what building used to be here. So I'll close out and say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, home to Flames, Shipmen, Roughnecks, and Stampeders, just make sure you subscribe. I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, but I also do other variety of non-sports content like personal vlogs, attempt to comedy, and I share my experience today. I'm on the road as a sporting event, and I just say this kind of video ties in a few of those elements. I'm out of my apartment sharing my experience live on the go, and seeing demolition of the Stampede Corral, pop culture and sports history. But I've also, it allows me to experiment and take more look on other ways I can make videos and share content out there. So if also if you're interested in watching, to follow along this Calgary sports fans journey, make sure you subscribe. And also at the same time as I'm doing this, we're also doing the Chinook Blast, and it's a lot warmer this weekend compared to last weekend, so you can look for that as well. For any more Chinook Blast, there should be more art exhibits for me to take in. So this is in addition to my sports content that I'm not changing the direction of my channel, but I just like to have these videos on there as well. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and go Flames go, and going to say goodbye. Thanks for all the memories, Stampede Corral, and I just have to keep saying I wish I could go back in time, to see what this place was like back in the day, but at least I'm able to document it and share it on the go, and just pan around and see Stampede Park, in the third week of February where there's snow on the ground, and hopefully maybe in 2021 we'll have some kind of Calgary Stampede together, because we definitely missed it in 2020. But this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot more empty space, but in 2024 you're going to see that BMO Centre expansion. That's going to transform this whole area for years to come, to make it more pedestrian friendly and mixed use, and get more use out of this part of the city, other than the 10 days in July when we say yahoo. So thank you, and maybe it'll be a few more pictures to share, and thanks for watching.